Greetings, my brothers, and greetings, my sisters. Wendy Williams spoke out about Diddy today on The Breakfast Club. She said, "You don't know the things I know." And she know a whole lot of things that she hasn't said yet. They also saying that he poisoned Kim Porter, did the same thing to Andre Harrell and Heavy D. Wendy Williams survived whatever it is they put in her drink, but she barely making it. They're saying that her health is deteriorating, but one thing for sure, she got a bullseye on Diddy because she feel like he's the reason why she going through what she going through right now.
Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
This got to be the scariest thing for people in Hollywood that knows that Wendy Williams still got all her marbles. In times like these, she could make $1 billion comeback. Just exposing what she know about celebrities in the entertainment business. Jay-Z already going through it. The last thing he need is Wendy Williams coming out with a tell-all book about him, Beyonce, Aaliyah, and every other thing that she heard. I think that's why they trying to put her to sleep. They tried to convince her that she was really Mariah Carey and Mariah Carey was her. She dropped them albums on Bad Boy Records, but Puff ain't never gonna put them out. They've been playing games with this woman for a long time, but she finally starting to come back to her senses. They say she getting healthier.
You gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me.
Wendy, you got fired from Hot 97 years ago because of Diddy.
The Bad Boy Records founder got her fired from her Hot 97 DJ gig in the late 90s.
You know, the bosses didn't know how to handle, Bad Boy Records calling every day and Wendy's talking about our artist. Now we're not going to do your big winter concert. We'll do the concert if you fire Wendy or whatever. All that was going on. And I was just a girl from Jersey just trying to make my way.
They said they wasn't going to do the show unless Wendy Williams got fired. Can you imagine what that did to her psychologically? She already living a certain lifestyle. She got fans all across the world. And Diddy wasn't the only person that was offended. It was a lot of people that took that personally, that she exposed those things about Diddy, because if she'll do it to him, she'll do it to anybody. So they pulled their resources together. They band together whoever was on that tour with Diddy. Most likely, it was Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, a whole bunch of other A-list hip-hop celebrities. Method Man had his run-ins with her. I'm pretty sure Method Man, Redman had something to do with that tour back in the day. They shut her down collectively, all because she knows secrets, and she got the potential to expose those secrets. And with this in the news, it's looking like Wendy Williams is ready to tell all.
All these years later to see where Diddy currently is, what do you feel about that situation?
As far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
Allegedly, the reason why she's suffering like this is because Puffy basically put out a hit on her legacy, her reputation, her career. Now he's sitting in jail. She feeling like it's safe to come out and speak. How comfortable is she going to get? They're making her feel real comfortable in the news, and there's no telling what she's going to say next.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Willams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now.
She said it's all coming full circle. People are finally getting their just due, and people like her can come back outside and hopefully get her sanity and everything back intact. It seemed like they have her in a prison. She spoke about it on The Breakfast Club. She was mentioning her living conditions, and this sounds horrible. Why they treating her like she an animal? It's probably to keep her safe until Diddy finally gets sentenced, and that way she can come out and resume her career.
It's quite honestly, I think that this is the kind of couple that will stay together because it's good for business and because they don't want to disappoint us. They reportedly are trying to figure out a way to split without divorcing. In other words, a hood divorce.
Beyonce's true age, check. Yeah.
Well, what is her true age?
If Wendy Williams come outside right now, the Beehive gonna get her. She done too much. She been in dangerous territory her whole career. I feel like the reason why she living in the conditions that she living in is simply to keep her safe.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay, pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing would scare the bejesus out of me.
So she been saying things about Diddy years ago that people are not realizing what she was talking about until today when all of this stuff came out. So if she had the inside scoop like that and was still able to relay the message without getting anybody arrested, now that Diddy's in jail, Wendy could lay the hammer down on his career the same way he tried to do on her career. This is her opportunity to get some get back, some justice, some payback, and the whole world is waiting to see what she's gonna do.
I'm wrapping up my headphones and I'm going downstairs. My new boyfriend at the time, the bad Kevin, he was picking me up. But no, this is when he was the good Kevin, right? So I'm walking in the elevator with my intern at the time, Skeletor, but look, I'm like, why is everybody looking down at the sidewalk? I mean, noses were pressed to the glass. And I get downstairs and find this girl group jump out of a gypsy cab to come after me, to kick me. And I'm like, for what? You know what I said was true. You all are broke and you were living in the projects. And that was that. But the point I'm making is, you know, Amanda, you shouldn't have I didn't get back on the radio and talk about it. What I did was desire to do better so I can have a purple chair and talk about it right now and then have the whole scene play out in the Lifetime movie.
Y'all think Beyonce and Destiny's Child gonna like Wendy Williams talking about them like that on the radio? How they was broke, living in the projects, waiting for Jay-Z and Wyclef to cut a check? Wendy Williams said something about it allegedly. They pulled up to the damn radio station in a taxi cab, got out, chased Wendy Williams all the way to her car, and was throwing eggs at her and stuff. Y'all think Beyonce want to remember that?
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Willams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So,
well, for someone who tried to ruin Wendy's career,
Wendy is absolutely right. All of this stuff is coming full circle, but the sad part about it is she's not in her full glory to witness the downfall of Diddy. She's having some terrible health complications. She got family with her, but she feel like she living in a prison.
Person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying?
For 3 years, this is the reality. This has been our lives. So, but specifically her life. She can call us. We can't call her. That's been the reality since 2023. Wow. That room that she's sitting in, she's there every day, all hours of the day, every week, every month. She's not getting proper sunlight. I went to New York in October to visit her, and the level of security and the level of questions that there were in terms of who am I, why am I here, what's the purpose? I mean, it was absolutely.
They probably thought she was an assassin. With all of the people Wendy Williams done pissed off, their grandkids grew up, all of them legends, they got great grands that's grown women now. They could have thought she was Viola Davis's niece or something, coming up there to get some revenge for the things that Wendy Williams said about her deceased grandmother or something. So I can't blame them for having heavy security on somebody that desperately needs it. She offended presidents, senators, congressmen, world leaders. Her opinion's been heard all across the world. She got plenty of enemies. It's either that or they're afraid that this young lady was one of them girls from Danity Kane and Diddy sent up there to assassinate Wendy Williams.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old,
who I met backstage.
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot.
So Diddy done already put his moves on her son, so I know she's paranoid about that. She got to be glad Diddy is in jail. That way she know that he ain't trying to contact her child.
Wendy Willams reacts to Shawn Diddy Combs' arrest. 2 weeks after the rap mogul was arrested in New York City and indicted for racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, the former talk show host is speaking out on his charges. She tells the Daily Mail in an interview published October 1st, "What is really weird is that I have been told by so many people, Wendy, you called it, including some people from my family who have said the same."
Now that Diddy's in jail, people ready to hear her story. Diddy is a part of her story, and people want to hear it from a different perspective now. This is her second chance. She can make $1 billion and really be straight if she lean into this Diddy situation. Nancy Grace gonna have to sit down. Gene Deal gonna have to fall back. All of these publications, all of these podcasts, if Wendy do it herself, Wendy, if you get on YouTube, let Shawn Blazington be there with you. Let me be your intern, Wendy. We could do this together. It's time for you to make a comeback. I got so much love for you. I got so much love for everybody out there watching. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all feel like Diddy is the reason that Wendy is in the situation she in now? Because allegedly she feel like it's Diddy's fault for everything that happened because he tried to ruin her career. Do me a favor. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. I'ma holla at y'all on my next video.